All right, this video is going to be about why the consumption of new media is significantly more antisocial than media of, let's say, 30, 40 years ago. All right, so stay hydrated. Here's the thing, right? So sometimes you'll hear people say like, well, why is it so bad that I look at my phone all day? Because, you used to watch TV all the time, right? And if you go back to like my childhood, we my family didn't watch a lot of TV, but a lot of people did watch a lot of TV. And generally it wasn't good, right? I'm not like in favor of TV, okay? If you think about TV versus movies, right? I mean, movies can be potentially harmful too. It's not good to watch too much movies, but like TV, like it's really kind of brain draining because like you have to maybe follow a plot for like 20 to 30 minutes max, right? And then it changes to something else. So it's not really requiring your brain to like do much, right? As opposed to like a movie that might be 2+ hours, right? There's a bunch of different characters. There's convoluted plot lines that hopefully come back together. So you're required to pay attention, right? It's a much more active endeavor, right? So, but here's the thing. So even like back in the day when people used to kind of like, let's say, sit around and watch TV together in the evening, it wasn't a good thing. However, today, when we consume media, we do it almost exclusively alone, right? So like it's the meme of like the parents sitting in the living room or the family sitting in the living room, everyone together and everyone staring at their phone, right? Like unfortunately, I've been that meme, right? And I have issues with media consumption that I'm working to overcome. We don't advocate consumerism on this channel. Or like, if you compare that to the past, right, what would happen was people would, and I know because I'm old enough to have done this as well, right, people would go into the den and they would watch TV together as a family, right? Not the best thing, but like you would make jokes. You could then relate and talk about it together afterwards, right? Or the next day. Or there might be like in-jokes and memes that the family would kind of share. Sometimes these could even be, really nice bonding experiences if they're not done to excess, right? Today everything's done separately, right? Everybody has their own type of media. There's no sharing. There's no like shared ideas or memes, right? At least like amongst the family. It's all like individual consumption again, which makes it significantly more antisocial, even though the original consumption or the previous consumption was not particularly social to begin with. Even like video games, if I think back to, and I'm not trying to do like the boomer thing of like everything was better when I was a kid. It's just most things were better in the 90s than they are today. But like, video games, like I probably played too much video games growing up. I didn't play like an insane amount. I probably played a little too much, but we would play together, right? So it was like strictly console devices. Like PC gaming wasn't really a thing back then. And you would get like 4 or 5 friends together and like you would play together and that would be like pretty social and you would have fun. I have like generally positive memories about that type of stuff. It's why I'm like, when it comes to gaming, I tend to be more, from like a social perspective, I tend to be more in favor of console gaming just because I think PC gaming can be extremely antisocial and negative towards young development, right? Anyway, that's about all I got. Basically, basic principle, new media consumption significantly more antisocial than previous media consumption. That's all I got.